in Lulu Hilliard Museum at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. We're going to take a behind-the-scenes tour. We're going to see how the exhibit gets from off the truck onto the walls of the museum. Are you ready? Because I am. Let's go. Our tour guide today will be the curator, Dr. Lee Gray. She oversees the museum's exhibitions and permanent collections, as well as conducts research based on the collections. But before Dr. Gray shows us what goes on behind the scenes, we'll learn a little more about what's actually on this museum's walls.
Our permanent collection is 18th, 19th, and 20th century at this time. We're hoping to grow that. And one of my first things that I want to do, since I'm new here, is to go through the whole permanent collection, really assess what we have, what we can pull out and tell a story with, what needs to be supplemented, where we can fill in holes, things like that.
So obviously the collection is not just local art, right? It's all over the world.
It's from all over the world. We have some from Egypt, we have some from India, we have things that are very regional, we have alumni and former faculty, so it's a huge range.
Now, how do you actually pick what's going to be a part of your collection? I know it's mostly donations, but anything anybody donates, you're going to accept?
No, actually we're very selective. It has to meet certain criteria in terms of conditions. It has to fit into our collection and our strategy of how we want to grow. So, for example, we currently have Japanese prints. But, and do we want to grow that or do we not want to grow that? It might be a complete collection as is. Certain pieces are not going to be as valuable if another museum has them, for example. We don't want to duplicate what people are doing, or we don't want to duplicate what's in our own collection. So actually, we have a lot of different criteria.
Now, what I would love for you to show me is the actual process of how you get artwork off the truck into the gallery. Are you ready to show me that?
Absolutely, I'd love to.
Let's go.
Follow me.
All right, Dr. Gray, what this looks like to me is a really big empty garage. Tell me what goes on in this building.
It is a big empty garage. And this is the place where all of our trucks come in to deliver the art or to repack it. And they actually drive right in, they back up all the way to the back to our loading dock or lift, and this way everything is protected. They're never in the elements. Everything is very secure.
So the driver doesn't just pull up through the front door and everyone takes a piece of artwork and load it in, right?
No. We have special staff members who are allowed to do that. Not everybody's involved. Actually, all the trucks are temperature controlled. We try to keep the humidity as even as possible, especially traveling in the summer. They travel from the northeast to the south and to the west. So they're all over, and we want to keep the most optimal temperature possible at all times. So every truck has qualified people that travel with the art. They're security people as well.
So this is a big deal.
It's a very big deal. Occasionally we have couriers who travel. We recently had a courier come down on the truck, and her job was simply to make sure that there were 24 crates on the truck and 24 crates off the truck.
So she was a professional counter.
She was, exactly. That was her job. So it's a really big deal, and security and care for the art is the primary goal always.
Okay, Dr. Lee, after the artifacts are taken off of the truck, put onto this pallet, what's the next step?
We move into our loading area, which is actually our acclimation room. Because the art is coming, even in a temperature-controlled truck, we still need to acclimate it to our environment. So we take it off of the truck, move it into this space. It sits here for 2 to 3, sometimes 4 days in the crates, so it can just sort of like breathe and kind of get used to our temperature. And all of the crates and everything are in here. And then it's unloaded from here and brought into our prep room.
Prep room, the artwork is taken out of the frame and photographed for record. It is thoroughly inspected and the condition is documented. If the piece needs a repair or touch-up, it can be done in this room as well. Also, exhibits are designed in this space. A 3D model of a particular showcase is created for a precise layout. After the artwork is evaluated and archived, it is stored in a highly secured vault until its exhibition.
Of course, we keep it dark in here all the time because light is damaging to artworks, and so we don't want to offer that, opportunity for any kind of damage from the light to affect the art. So we always keep it dark. The door is always closed. We try very hard not to have any kind of pests or anything. So it's kept very clean. Our registrar cleans it meticulously.
Every piece is assigned a number which tells where it came from and which collection it belongs to.
Now, Dr. Gray, there's lots of, frames completely lined up. Can I pull one out to see what they are?
No, actually, we don't allow anybody to touch anything.
Okay, I'll keep my hands behind my back.
When we do, we always use gloves.
Okay.
So I could do that for you. And you'll notice that we have everything divided by these ethafoam dividers so that nothing is scratched. Occasionally, we'll have two in the same one, but we're very careful to make sure that everything is protected. We have a beautiful collection of Japanese woodcut prints. So we have a second storage area that's primarily three-dimensional work.
Oh, okay.
Since security is such an important element at the museum, we'll talk to Security Chief Jack Harrison. He'll let us in on what goes on in his world.
Now tell me a little bit about what you actually do here, because I see there's lots of TVs in the background. Do you just sit and review tape all day long?
No, we actually watch the cameras all day. Our main principal objective is to make sure the people and the staff are safe, make sure all the artwork is safe, and the property here at the university is safe. And we do get out, we make patrols, and this is just only part of the camera system we do have here.
Now, do you have a staff here?
I have a staff.
Okay. Now, I've read in books, and I don't know if this is just a myth or not, but sometimes when you are at a large museum, some of the cameras are fake, and it's just kind of an intimidation factor. Are all your cameras real?
All our cameras are real, and they do function.
They do function. Now, being head of security, do you ever come into a lot of altercations? Have you ever actually had to chase anybody down with a stolen piece of artwork?
Never.
Never?
The worst we have is sometimes the kids get overexcited and they get a little too close to the artwork, and people get too close to artwork and attempt to touch it, and we ask the police step back.
Now, were there actually times you had to review film, you thought something might have happened and you just spend all night watching the tape?
No, we never spend all night answering, watching the tapes. Well, we do have a reviewing system on the tapes. What we do, we go back for the time frame, we review it, and if we see an incident that did occur, we pull up that time frame and we can save it to our computer and print it out later if we need to.
Jack, I appreciate you sharing all your information with us, and I hope you keep the museum safe.
Thank you. Not all the information, because we keep that confidential.
Oh, I got you. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome.
Pleasure.
Thank you.